All right, this was from last time. Should we just check that you have a clear idea about what to do here? Let's see very quickly. I'll just quiz you for the first moves here. All right. Oh, we have a lot of people answering in the chat. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah, this was from last time, right? We talked about some Grunfeld sideline. Aha. That's right. Sui Random, I Like Kebabs, Gordon, JM Chess, Alg, L, Can King Sam, Awesome Sarthak. Wow, Skilled Saber, so many names. You all got it right. 206 something. ID Chess, Tactical Magician, Ryan, GM, Quirky, Tori Chess. All right, Sui Random, you were the fastest one, so please go ahead. Key move for black in this structure, knight c8. Of course, we will put that knight, you know already where, of course. The best blocker, the knight. This is how we could play against this Grunfeld sideline if we want with black. You can also get here from a Caro-Kann move over, right? We talked about that, and even from the English. So maybe white is slightly better, but black is having a fair share of the chances. Yeah, there is counterplay and imbalances and so on. Nice. All right. We will now switch subject. I have prepared something different. It's called taking our chances. And well, what do I mean with taking our chances? It turns out that in many endgames, the objective result is a draw, right? It should end in a draw. However, we all make mistakes, and one side ends up winning in the end, right? So that's what I would like to look at today. So we call it taking our chances, simply about how we can seize those moments where we have some kind of practical way of winning or getting an advantage in the end game. So let's have a look here. I'll bring up this first example. I have many examples on this topic, but I have chosen the ones which I thought were most interesting for you guys. So this game is from the Tata Steel, the B group, the challengers group, and it's one of those cases where actually there is not an objective advantage for any side, but still one of the players managed to win the game. And that's what I would like to check with you, if you can notice the way in which White can actually get something here, how they can take their chances in this game. All right. I'll play out the moves which were played in the game. There are some different move orders, but yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll see what you can do here. So, time. Take your time. Take your time. Uh, yeah, if you start in that way, I'm not sure it's the same thing though. I'm not sure it's the same thing. The Grandmaster didn't play like that. Yeah, most people want to play in that way, but he actually played it in a different way. Okay, we'll have a look. We'll have a look. So, random, you're the only winner here. Congratulations. But I'm sure we have other people who got close, right? Uh, no, not really. Wow, why everybody wants to give away a pawn like that? Awesome, Owen, you're very close. I think that was a mouse slip, right? Awesome. That must have been a mouse slip in the very end, maybe, or maybe not. Uh-huh. Little chess player, tactical magician, great work. You took your time and you finally solved this little mystery. So, by the way, these are two strong players. Ivic is a grandmaster. I think Vaishali is maybe international master, but they are experienced players. This can happen, yeah, in the best families. So let's check with little chess player. How would you continue here, little chess player? Which is the little trick here? All right. Why to play? We can see that it's difficult for them to do something on the queen side. They're like tied up. So what kind of trick can we cook up here? Waiting for you, little chess player. There are no moves from you. Or should I then ask maybe tactical magician instead? All right, tactical magician. Where are you? Okay, he has already played here. All right, you woke up, little chess player. So white played g6 in the game. Don't get me wrong; they are not winning, but they are taking a chance They are creating an opportunity for the opponent to go wrong, right? That's how we can win many endgames, and that's what we will have a look at here. So black took on g6, the most natural move, and now they're actually lost because now suddenly we can play for mate here. It's basically like the other series that we did, no, with attack with a small army. You can also start here if you like. You can play b4 first, and it will probably lead to the same thing. But okay, we will stick to little chess players continuation. King f7 was played. Now, of course, this is a big threat, so we need to win time. We play b4. Black doesn't have too much else to do. They have to take, and now, of course, we swing over the other rook. You can see that there is already like mate in the air, right? So it's getting dangerous for black. They found a way to save themselves from mate. They played here rook f8. But I think you can guess the rest of the moves, right? Little chess player. You can at least guess the next moves here in the game. Not so difficult, right? All right. Yeah, exactly. Kind King Sam. Thanks, Kind King Sam. That's true. Aha. So yeah, that's what happened in the game. At this point, let's see what if I can get this right. This didn't actually happen in the game. It seems. Sorry. He could have played like that, but he took first in the game. He took first, and after c takes b4, actually he didn't play rook e7. This was also possible, but he found a faster way to win. So anyone, I'm back in the chat now. I'm back in the chat. Anyone, what would white play? L008, you're the fastest one, of course. Now we're back in the lesson about attack with a small army. Rook a1, black can also parry that mate. They played rook b8, but now you can guess what happens here, little chess player. Yeah, not very difficult. Aha, we have both rooks to work with. Yeah, exactly. You can play like that. In the game, he gave the other check first, and then he played rook a7. And yeah, right now, material is in black's favor, but you can see that this pawn will fall off. Even if there is not a mate, we have the c pawn, which can help us also. Black played h3. They fought on until the bitter end. This is how the game continued. The rooks won't mate alone. Fortunately, we have the c pawn also. At this point, black resigned. The c6 is coming, and so on. Nice. So yeah, great work. Thanks, little chess player. So back to the initial position. I was telling you that actually g6 doesn't win the game. It's just a way that we can create some confusion for your opponents. So anyone, what do you think black should play here? What would be black's best move at this point? Aha, that's right, Chessort. We should just ignore this move, g6. We should not take it. When they took it, they opened up the game for white's rooks, right? But if we don't take it, if we leave it there like a pawn shield, right? Like a pawn shield, then it's very difficult for white to progress here because they are tied up on this side, and b4 would not make sense because black would just take and take, right? They have two passed pawns and so on. So this is not really anything for white. I looked a little further here, like g7, toying with the same idea. Anyone? Of course, Kan King Sam, King h7. That's true. At this point, white could play b4. I mean, but it would not really help after rook g1. Anyone? What would black play here if you're playing with the black pieces? That's right, King Sam and Chessort. You're the best. Some people are doing other, they're chatting about other subjects I can see in the chat, but I don't know. You should meet at some other time instead of chatting on my lessons. All right, so King G8, you're right, King Sam and Patriots, that's the right move. And at this point, it's not easy to see how white can actually improve here. Maybe they can go A4. I don't know. Strange endgame. What's going on here? I think white can win and white can also lose. No, at this point, maybe we can attack this pawn or something. So basically, I'm telling you to play a move which doesn't really win, but it creates winning chances, right? So I hope everybody understands what I'm saying here. Create practical chances, give them an opportunity to go wrong. Mecha Mortis, you're raising your hand. Is there anything you would like to share with the rest of us? No? All right, so summing up, Ivic played here g6, probably wasn't completely sure what would happen, but he took his chance. He noticed that there was something going on. There is a chance that black might go wrong. And in that case, we can start this strong attack I'm not sure it makes a big difference which rook you pick, but since he picked this rook, it's probably better. Yeah, I can't really tell, but anyway, I can certainly understand what he's doing here. So, any question here? Yeah, you're asking me about the time. Yeah, I'm in South America. I have the same time as New York, so it's on my place. It's 7:10, right, in the evening. It's not the morning over here. All right. I'll take my next example. We will look at another kind of endgame. This was played recently in the This was played recently in the championship of um, Azerbaijan. Yeah, this is the game. So I think if you look at this position, you would probably make the conclusion that it can't be that easy for white to win this, right? Because we have opposite color bishops. Black is rather solid. There is not an extra pawn. There is not a passed pawn. Everything seems to suggest that this will end in a draw, right? However, white won this game in a very pretty way. So again, there is no like winning line, or it's not like a tactical puzzle or anything. I'm just asking you how you think that we could somehow create opportunities for them to go wrong. All right. So let me bring up the quiz, and I will, on purpose, I will play in the same way as they played in the game. So we will see if somebody can find out how to repeat what happened in the game. I'm pretty sure you can find this. It's not so difficult. I'll ask you for the next 5 moves, all right? Because they are rather typical. So you get 1 minute 20 for this, all right? Oh, interesting. I like the way of thinking. Yeah, if you said that. But why do you send the move so quickly? The Grandmaster didn't play that move. Okay, everybody wants to push that pawn, I can see. Maybe that's also possible. Yeah, I would certainly take it back. I wonder what is your plan after that. You want to play e5 probably. I would take back. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I can certainly give you half a point if that's your idea. Aha, interesting. Not bad. Not bad. Perhaps it would lead to roughly the same thing. Yeah, we will check this out. We will check this out together. So nobody walks in the footsteps of the Grandmaster. Nobody played his move. Only Alg and Chessort played his move. Interesting. JM Chess, we have a winner. Congratulations. You have played exactly. Okay, 2 winners. Kwoki also played exactly the way the Azerbaijan Grandmaster played. Aha. Nice. You took your time and you noticed this pattern. But okay, we will compare with the other move that most people wanted to play. So let's have a look. Please go ahead, JM Chess. Let's go first with the solution. Let's see if I can find JM Chess. All right. So we start with G5. The point somehow tried to soften up. Yeah, what are we softening up? We're softening up the long diagonal. That's not obvious right now, but it will be very soon. Black played in the game F5. That's the mistake that we were waiting for. Now we're ready to infiltrate, like some of you were saying. D5. Now this is very easy to understand. Black took in the game, and which pawn is the most tasty one? Of course, that pawn, so that we can quickly bring in the rook. Black took back. Now black is suddenly a pawn up, I think, but it's clear to everyone what's going on here. We now have a clear-cut attack with white, right? That's right. That's a more tasty pawn because somebody's asking why is that tasty. Yeah, if you take the other pawn, Chessort, let's see if I get this right. If you take like this, I guess I can take with the rook and I gain a tempo hitting your bishop, no? Oh, you mean you can play bishop d4 here? Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe that's also possible. Good point. Maybe the pawns are equally tasty. Another argument is that if you take it this way, you get some chances with the h pawn, perhaps later on. That's probably a better argument. And this pawn structure is not so nice. So maybe that would be the explanation. All right. Rook e7 was played in the game. As you can see here, black cannot really prevent bishop d4. They tried in the game b4, and white played bishop d4. They trust their attack. Black did the best they could to confuse white at this point. They would like white to take so that they can go d4. But white actually went for mate here, JM Chess. We have a new user, all right, Leo Su, all right. King h8, and we're going for mate, yeah. The next move is what you would play in a bullet game, and it's also the right move in this game. Anyone, what would white play? Of course, bishop f6. Don't play rook g6, Michael. You're hanging the bishop. No, so bishop f6. Black played c2, and we're actually back in the lesson about attack with a small army, right? We have 1, 2, 3 pieces in the army. That's just enough to mate our opponent, right? g6. Oh, it was such a boring endgame, and look what happened now. Suddenly, white is weaving a mating net here. Black played rook f1. Don't get confused, JM Chess. Nothing bad will happen to you here. Oh, King G3. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can play like that also. Aha. In the game, the Grandmaster, he actually just... Okay, King E3. I don't know. We will have to check this. What's going on here? Can't I queen with check? And that's bad news for white, right? Now I have my attack. Yeah, so in the game, he actually played in another way. He noticed that the king could escape the queen checks. So he just took it instead. I don't know. Maybe you can play like that also. I don't know. Is there some crazy rook thing going on maybe? I think so, yeah. The crazy rook, right? If you play like this, I can go here. And that would be like his idea here. But okay, white didn't have any issues here. They just took. And in this way, you can see that black's checks are soon over at this point. Black resigned because they cannot give more checks and white is mating. Right? Oh, tactical magician, you have an idea here. King e2, rook e1, king d3. Okay. We will look at your idea. King e2, rook e1, and king d3. Yeah, I don't want to queen and knight here. Yeah, you're probably right. But yeah, there's no way I can avoid mate, right? You're right. Yeah, good point, tactical. Good point. You're ready to take my pawn, and I cannot avoid your mate since this is a double check. Yeah, good point. Can king Sam then c1 queen? King e2, bishop e5. Oh, there is a check on b5. Yeah, good point. Oh, so actually black is winning here. Good thing for the grandmaster that he didn't. Yeah, you're right, Princess Megan. We made a giant mistake here, tactical magician and me. Aha, we forgot about that move. So the grandmaster didn't make any such mistakes. He just took and he brought his king to safety on h3. Nice game, no? If this pawn was not around, maybe black could play something like queen c2 and queen f5. Please also notice that if queen h6, we can just pick up the queen in the end, right? We're not mating, we're picking up the queen. Or maybe there is something better, I don't know. Can you mate me in some other way? But okay, who cares? Aha. So, rook e7. Which rook e7? Oh, there was a rook e7 also. Yeah, maybe you're probably right. Many ways to win. Anyway, yeah, thanks to JM Chess who explained all this to us. So we started in this boring endgame, right? We started in this boring endgame, and we actually ended up like that. Not bad, no, not bad. Because this guy Durar Bailey, he really noticed that there was a possibility to confuse the opponent or pray for a win or take your chances or whatever you call it. All right. Some people were saying here d5. All right. I wanted to talk about that briefly. Most people wanted to play d5 here. Awesome. Sarthak, goats, can, king, Sam, and so on. So if you play d5 and I take, I guess the point was to play e5, right? This must have been your idea. Similar to the game. So I'm wondering what difference would this make. But yeah, maybe I could go back with the king then, right? Should I try to do that and bring in the king and defend a little better? Maybe something like that. So bishop d4, I could go king f7, right? You could go rook e7 straight away. Yeah, I'm not so sure what's going on. Is this enough for you want to play bishop d4, right? But it's not as scary as last time. Okay, you have this pawn also. Yeah. So maybe this was also interesting for white. In any case, what black should have played after the move g5. That's my next question to you. So d5, certainly an interesting idea. We can keep it in mind. Maybe black could also ignore all this, right? They could ignore it and just move the bishop. But all right. Question to all of you: if g5, what do you think black's best move would be? Now that you have seen the game, in the game he took No, I'm sorry. He played f5 and white played e5, and yeah, white infiltrated with the rook and the bishop and all that. Now that we know what happened in the game, what's the black play here? Oh, e5, interesting idea. I didn't think about that. Maybe you can play that also. Yeah. At least you would avoid what happened in the game, right? Or you can play as Sarthak is saying, and 206 and so on. King g8. I think so. This is the safest choice. Just bring in the king. We avoid all those dangers like in the game. And maybe, I'm saying just maybe we should actually play something like this. Maybe we shouldn't take that pawn. No favors to the white rook, right? And if they bring in the bishop, maybe we can just play king f7. So yeah, king g8, that was a better choice. But in the game after g5, they fell for this move f5. Maybe they were dreaming of like white would take and they would take back with the pawn and they would have a strong bishop here or something. I don't know. But yeah, that didn't happen because white saw this very pretty breakthrough idea, d5. And here again, bishop e7 was perhaps better. But even then, you can see that white is creating opportunities, right? So pawn takes, and then rook e7. Very, very nice. All right, we will move on. Let's check another game from the Tata Steel tournament. All right, this one is also from Tata Steel, from the B group, and let's see here if I can get this right. One moment, please. Let's see. So I have a different question that I would like to make here to all of you. Between the moves, please don't chat right now, okay? Between the moves queen b6 and queen b5, which one is preferable and why? Which one is preferable and why? All right, you're playing with the black pieces. You choose between, I'll give you only two options here. You either play queen b6 or you play queen b5, all right? Choose for yourself which one you like most. I'm looking at the chat right now. I like kebabs is having an interesting conversation. I can see. So we random. Yeah. If you can give me some kind of yeah. So random. That's a good answer. But what did I ask you, by the way? I asked you which one should you avoid, right? Or what did I ask you? Or which one would you prefer? Yeah, exactly, L. That's right. Good answer by L also. Oh, I thought I asked you which one is preferable. So L008, you have one of the best answers. So you can tell me, first tell me please, which move would you like to play with black? Queen b6, we stay in the safer heavy piece endgame. Rook c5 could be played by white, for example, but you could simply make some kind of waiting move here, right? There is no real threat from white. Yeah, rook b7, for example. I don't know if you're about to take this pawn. Perhaps not, because I'm taking this pawn. But you're waiting a little to see what I have in mind also. And maybe you can play something like, I don't know, queen somewhere. Well, maybe not there if there is b5 coming up. But we can wait a little for white also. We can maybe, yeah, shuffle the rook for a while and see what white has on their mind, right? So that's the right answer. That's the right answer. Torre Chess says Queen b5 is drawish after trading. Queen b6 keep the chances to win. Yeah, that's probably right. But I'm not getting at that, you know. In this game, two grandmasters, no? Tabatave, I think he's 26 something, no? Berson maybe 25 something. The grandmaster lost this game. The grandmaster played the move Queen b5. It's not a mistake. The computer will give you the same evaluation for both moves. Queen b5 and Queen b6, they have the same evaluation according to Stockfish. However, I would dare to say that human-wise, it's much better to play the way L008 is saying. It's better to keep the queens on. And like Toriches is saying, of course, it also keeps some winning chances. But look what happened. He played Queen b5. Objectively, this is not a mistake. It's not a mistake. It's just making life a little more difficult. And I don't know exactly at which move number was this, but I would guess that they're already past move 30 or something. So maybe they didn't have so much time on the clock. All right. We will now flip the board. White. Yeah. What did white play? Anyone? It's move 24. Oh, really? So you're checking all the games, Sui? Interesting. If you check the games, then it's easy for you to find the solution here also in the chat. Aha. Oh, you know this game. I see. So queen takes b5. That's what happened in the game. And black took back. Rook c5 was proposed by L008. I think that if you play this move, maybe black would say, no, I don't want to trade. And maybe they can, I don't know, wait a little, or maybe even like go for active defense or something, giving away this pawn. I can see your idea, right? To establish an outside pass pawn. Sorry, a protected pass pawn, and hope that that will win the game. So that will also give you chances. But in the game, Tabatave instead went for the pawn endgame, and there is a clear reason for that. So, can anyone tell me very quickly why did the grandmaster go for the pawn endgame? Aha. Yeah, you're sending me some moves here, right? But exactly, kind King Sam. King closer to action. So please go ahead, kind King Sam. Let's see if I can find you so that you can play out the. And queenside is closed. Yeah, exactly. It's not bad sometimes to add some words also. We don't only need to think in terms of moves, it's also good to think a little in terms of plans and assessments and so on. So please go ahead, kind King Sam. What did the Grandmaster play here? Yeah, you could probably play like that also and gain some space. But he actually preferred to improve the king, like Mecha Mortis says, and also Sarthak and other students said, aha, king g3. Your move, I would say g4 is a good move in the middle game battle, right? Or maybe if rooks are on it, you gain some space and so on. But since this is a pawn end game, king activity is very important, and he quickly brought the king to the action. It's still a draw. Everybody, please don't get me wrong. It's still drawish. Well, drawish is maybe not the right word. It's according to the computer, it's still a draw, but you have to show it with black also. Black played king g6. White continued with their business here. They played king g4. All right, this is the critical moment in the game. Black made a very, very bad mistake at this point. All right, Black made a bad mistake, and you will see that they paid for it. Black said, I don't want white to get any closer, so I will erect some kind of barrier here, and they play the move f6. All right, that's what happened in the game. That's what the grandmaster played in the game. So I will quiz you now for one variation which didn't occur in the game, but I think it could be interesting for us to look at it. All right. I'll do the whole variation, but if you find something else on the way, no problem, no problem. I think there is more than one way. So, all right, you get 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute for that. So, how can white progress at this point? I'm not convinced. Princess Megan L008 and Goats Patriots. I would take it. Okay, you're very close. GM, Can King Sam, Daniel Best, Alg, and Tactical Magician. Yeah, that's okay. Also, that's okay, of course. Uh-huh. That's just another move order. I don't know why I have another move order. Michael, you got it right. Also. Uh-huh. Nice. So a random Yugoslavian Berserker, awesome Sartak, Tori Chess. Consider yourself winners. Also. There are different move orders, but you know, this great chessable platform, unfortunately, it only allows me one like correct path. But yeah, we have a big group of students who got it right. Uh-huh. GM, for example, you're the fastest one. So please go ahead, GM. Let everybody know how to take home this endgame. Aha, so h5, it's clear that we would like to enter with the king. Black could try then to play g5, trying to keep things closed. But this is the key move which I suspect that black didn't notice in the game. After pawn takes, white gets back the pawn, but more importantly, they are now able to enter with the king, right? So I could play something like that, but my king... I don't know. Even if I get to f7, I'm not sure if black can actually save this endgame. As you all know, in pawn endgames, just one little difference in the activity between the kings can be decisive now. So here you can play in different ways here, GM. You can play out your solution, and I will just try to defend so that everybody understands. Aha, so g4, if black didn't have the obligation to move, this would probably be a draw, but I have to move, right? So yeah, I'll play just any move here. Please go ahead, GM. Aha, so now we start using the king. We can keep this move for later. Now, whenever you have the choice between making waiting moves with the pawns and with the king, I would propose that you use the king because those moves, they don't end, right? So, all right, I'll play something here. Enough talking. Trying to create a passed pawn, but of course, GM won't let that happen, right? Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, you probably calculated correctly. I didn't expect that move. If I take and yeah, good point, good point. Very clever. And GM is sorry, I'm very slow here, but don't I also queen? Well, this got very interesting. My calculation skills are horrible, but I would say that I also queen here, right? I think you got a little carried away, GM. I like the technique, of course, this G4 pawn break, but it seems to be only if I take like that, then I understand it works, right? Because you queen before me. But if I choose to queen on the F file or the E file instead, I think I'm safe, right? So yeah, this is not. It's good for some other occasion. Exactly, waiting move. Nice. I will use the king, of course, but okay, never mind. Let's not fight about that. So please go ahead. Exactly. So that's what white is looking for here, and we can see that black is lost. There is no way they can really. Yeah, I can play a few more moves if you like, just for fun. I can play a few more moves. Well, not so fun for black, but just to see what happens here. Yeah, and the most technical path. Oh, tactical magician wants to play e4. I think he's just making a joke. No, he's being very funny. Tactical magician. No, oh, you want to play like that? I would never have played like that myself. Yeah, Michael, you're right. I'm with you, Michael, 100%. Why on earth should we calculate this? King takes, king e4. Maybe black manages to queen. Why would we calculate that? Please go ahead, Michael. Yeah, okay. So we have already the right move from GM. So that's it, right? King h5 and we win. Why did this happen? Well, because white's king was able to enter. How did that happen? Well, because black played carelessly here. They played carelessly. Let's have a look at the game. What happened in the game? So we had this position. Tabatabe probably knew that this might not be winning, but I should take my chance and let's see if black defends properly. So f6, losing mistake. We saw the right move here. Everybody understood what was the right move. I will just quiz you for 15 seconds. All right. Okay, everybody understood. Can we play e5 after b3? Can we play e5 after b3? We can go back, of course, Sui, if you want to look at that. Uh-huh. I don't know, honestly. Let's see if I can get back to the variation. Where did this happen? Can we play e5 after b3? Here. Interesting. Yeah, that would be a way to try to save black. I understand. Pawn takes, you want to play e4. And actually, black might even be winning there, right? Wow, so we messed it up, GM. I think we messed it up now. Genius, our friend. Who was that? Who said this move? Wow, great work by. I don't remember exactly who said this, but it was a very smart Sui random. Yeah, not bad, Sui. This looks like some kind of exercise. Black might be winning here, right? Or anyone who can calculate quickly. Does it work after d takes e5? D takes e5, I understand that the point must be f4, right? So as to liberate the pawn. No, I don't think it wins. No, I can take and I can take and I can queen. No, so I don't think it wins. Maybe white is winning after all, right? Oh, what a bummer! No, you were very close to winning here, Sui Random. That was a great. That was a great chance taking, you could say, right? You take a chance here. Maybe if you're fortunate, they play something like that, and suddenly now I think you might be winning, right? Probably, no, probably. So yeah, please keep good manners in the chat. Yeah. So yeah, so random takes random chances, exactly. But that's what chess is about sometimes, right? You have to take those chances. In any case, I think that here at this point, we didn't have any reason to play king h7. We could have played something like b3, right? And then I think it's very difficult for black to find a good move, because now if e5, I guess I can just take it and take, right? And I think this pawn will decide matters. Right, so let's go back a little. Now let's go back a little to see what happened here. We had this position. Black played f6, innocent looking move, but it's actually a giant mistake. Let's see what happened in the game. They played h5. Black saw this picture, of course, so they took on h5. I mean, they saw the picture of g5, h6, so they took on h5. White took back. King e7. Probably if black had one tempo more, they might draw the game, but that's not the case. The Iranian grandmaster didn't have any troubles taking home this game. Anyone would like to try to win this game with white? Any volunteer? I like kebabs. All right, kebabs. In this way, you will stop writing in the chat. So I'm trying to find the kebabs, but yeah, raise your hand, kebabs. I can't find you. Okay, here maybe kebabs. Yeah, here we are. All right, please go ahead. How did white win here? The first move is important, of course. The further we can get with the king, the better, of course. King f8. And I think there are many different ways in which you can win here. Please notice we have this in the pocket. So does black, of course. But don't use up that move right now. Yeah, I'll just wait for you to execute your plan. Aha, that's basically it, right? If I take, then I certainly run out of moves. I don't have good moves here. King f8, g6, right? If I play instead f5, it's not making a big difference, right? Kebabs. Exactly. So in this way, you can see that black is, in the end, I'm Zugzwang here. I can, yeah, no fancy pawn breaks from Sui Random this time, I think. Aha, I don't have any good moves here, like king g6, for example. White prevails in the end. Yeah, exactly. Great work. The game went roughly like that. Yeah, in the game. Thanks, Kebabs. In the game, they played king g8, f4, a6, and he just continued here with the plan. So we have to split the pawns so that we have this kind of pawn versus pawn situation. They have to move the king, and then we enter. And in the end, this is a Zugzwang. So that's how this game finished. Brilliant, no? Or maybe not so spectacular. I liked it. I liked it. I thought it was very interesting that they had this position. Black played queen b5. White probably knew that this endgame is not winning, but I should see if my opponent goes wrong. That's what practical chess is about, right? So maybe the computer will tell you that, yeah, don't take, play something else. Or maybe the computer will say, play rook c5. But the grandmaster noticed that there are practical chances of winning this. There are chances for my opponent to go wrong. So back to this critical moment in the game, king d6, king g4. So far we're speaking about taking chances and blah, blah, blah. But what was the way for black to make a draw here? Anyone? Anyone who has an idea about... okay, do we have a problem with the chat? I can make the chat private also. Yeah, if I'm trying to stand up, people getting bullied. Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, I don't know what happened here. Why are you misusing the chat? The chat is, we use it for to exchange information and so on. Set chat private. All right, done. Yeah, bye bye chat. Now only you can only chat with me. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's boring. So anyone, what do you think? What should black play here to save this game? You're right, Sarthak. Let's bring up... oh, it's very fast. Let's see if I can find Sarthak. Can you raise... Oh, here is Sarthak. Please go ahead. How will you continue with black here? Aha. We should not weaken our king side. Now you can see h5 is no issue. We can just take and bring in the king. I can play something like this. But okay, we can apply some psychology also. Why did black not play like this? Why did the grandmaster play the move f6, which looks suspicious in itself, allowing h5? It's always interesting to look at the psychological part of chess. Why did such a strong player play king e7? So my guess is that he actually feared something here. He saw something here that he didn't like. And I think I know what that is. So my theory is that he saw that the king would get closer, and then white would play something like g4, f4, and f5. And that was not so easy to assess at the board. Maybe he was down to 5 minutes or whatever. That's why I'm saying that this is risky for black to enter this pawn endgame in the very first place. So I looked a little at this. I tried to push my pawns. Okay, who is playing? Sarthak. Yeah, what do you say, Sarthak? It's time for passive defense, no? Black felt something would be wrong on the king side if he played f6, so he decided to play king e7 to put extra support. Yeah, but it's right to play king e7, right? That's what he should play. But he must have had like second thoughts about this. He did not like it. Um, but you can actually save this, Sarthak. Yeah, please go ahead. Your moves are not very difficult. You have only passive defense to rely on. All right, that's very passive. But okay, never mind. I'll continue then. Aha. So now it's getting tricky already. The next move, Sarthak, I think it's important. You have only one good move here, I'm afraid. Exactly. Please notice, everyone, not a good idea to take. Then the king might be able to invade. So Sarthak is right. We should play king e7 here. All right, I'll take. Now make up your mind here, Sarthak, how to take back. This is also important, of course, with the king. If you take with the pawn, I hope everybody understands what might happen here. Anyone? What might happen? King g6, that's right. And if I go back, it's not the same thing as last time, right? Because we don't have the pawn to go that way. But we can play for anyone. Zugzwang, of course, a princess. That's what we're playing for here. Aha, we can go with h5, h6, and then we can try to enter with king. I think this works. Yeah, let's see. Or maybe not. No, maybe not. No, maybe black is probably saving themselves here, right? Yeah, we don't win this. Uh-huh. Let's see again. Pawn takes. I thought this was winning for white, but maybe I'm mistaken. Should we put the king here first, maybe, or is there any other smart move order? After king g8, b3. Yeah, but b3 they always have a6, right? So it's probably the same thing. Yeah, tricky. Oh, tactical magician says king g6 and king h7 is winning. All right, tactical. What happens after that? Why is this winning? Well, you're probably right, just that I can't see it. Maybe something with the king going here? But that's not making sense now. Oh, I think I understand now. I understand. Yeah, you go this way, right? You go this way. And if I go the other way, you get the opposition. Is that so? Now you get the opposition with h6? I would guess this. No, but I don't believe in this. Also, here there is. Yeah, I'll take and I bring up the king. Yeah, not making sense, right? I think this is a win for white. Tactical magician, king g6, king g8, h6, and king f6. All right, sounds promising what you're saying. Tactical says h6 and king f6, but that's very risky. Tactical, I don't believe in that. I should probably. Wow, that's really tactical magic. If you can win this, how can that work? Tactical, king g5. Yeah, but I can take the opposition, and I should make a draw here, right? Yeah, interesting. Sorry, I cannot keep track of all the comments in the chat. I get the feeling that white should be winning, but actually might not be the case. L, you want to say something? This is winning. Oh, so we play f5. I don't know what happened here. We don't take. We play h5 first. All right. But my conclusion is that this will not win. This is probably not going to win. Would it be winning if it was black to move? No, I don't think so either. Yeah, you don't win this, right? Exactly. You don't win this. You can maybe lose it also if you're not careful. Like if you play h6. Aha, you can triangle and all that, but I don't think it makes too much sense. Yeah, not so much going on here. Exactly. This is probably going to end exactly. Who is playing here, by the way? I'm not moved. It's I like kebabs with white and it's Sartak with black. Yeah, this is going to end peacefully, right? But you can see that it's tricky. It's a tricky endgame. And if you're sitting there, can I have pawn for white? All right, L. You can have the white pawn. Okay. Sorry, kebabs, but L wants to show something. All right. Yeah, don't careful. Don't play careful with this stuff. Now I have a passed pawn on this side. This might be very dangerous for white. Believe me, this might be dangerous. No, or maybe not. I would be scared with white now. So let's probably L wants to go back. So Let me know, L, where to before f takes c6. All right, that's here more or less, right? Wow, amazing resource, no? But are you really sure? I understand your point. King g6 and king g7 and a5. No, I won't play. No, 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 no. Sorry, sorry. I also want to make a move here. How could this work? Well, that's kind of hard to believe, no? Yeah, never mind. Yeah, interesting. Black wins, says Ryan. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. So we can probably agree that it's drawn if we play accurately with black. Probably take with the king is safer. Maybe we can take in that way, but yeah, if we can avoid it, we better avoid it. No? So that was what this story was about, right? That's what I was looking at in the Tata Steel Challenger tournament. Very interesting endgame. F6, losing mistake. You know, it's funny. You add, let's say you add a pair of, I don't know, knights maybe, and F6 would be perfectly fine. But the pawn endgame is so critical. Once you play a move like F6 and you let the opponent's king enter, it's just over. That's the way pawn endings work. What about E4 instead of F6? Next, yeah, we're going for next. What about E4 instead of F6? I don't follow. There is no E4. E5, you mean? Yeah, if you play E5, that's better than the game, I think. But I guess White would play like King G5, and they would try to like, yeah, it's probably the same thing again. Probably you can get away with that also, Sarthak. Yeah, you can probably get away with that. Just don't play the way the Grandmaster played, right? So, key lesson from this example: in the first place, if you trade queens, beware that the pawn endgame can be risky. It can be difficult. And once you're in the pawn endgame, yeah, then definitely get going with your calculation and so on. It's a lot about looking into small details and so on. All right, I'll bring up a next example. This next example is from China. All right, between Yu Wenjun and Yu Jiangyi. Sorry about bad pronunciation. Actually, the lower rated player took home this endgame. The endgame itself, it's as always here, kind of drawish. Yeah, you ask Stockfish, and Stockfish will say equal. However, Yu Jiangyi, who's a very, very strong player, he managed to lose this game. So, how did that happen? Well, first, I will ask you for the best chance here for white. All right, I'll have you pick the best move to start with here, and then we will see. All right, I think 3 moves will be enough so far. Yeah, here we go. 1 minute. Try to find the sequence here. Take your time. Try to find a move which puts a little more pressure on Yu Yangyi in this case. Oh, interesting. I didn't think about that move. Uh-huh. Yeah, what would I play against that? What would I play against that? Knight somewhere, no? Knight d7 maybe. Yeah, probably if I can. Good work, Kebabs. Congratulations. You have walked in the footsteps of Zhu Wenjun. That's not bad. Yeah, if you play b4, I will play knight d7. That's for sure. Heading for a rook endgame. You don't manage to take on a5 because I take on e5 and so on. All right. Any other interesting answers here? Okay, so Goat, Sui, Metza, Mortis, and Gordon, you're also on the right track. Patriots and Tiger Sahi, you have noticed the first move here. And the second move is very interesting also. Yeah, I like the spirit of that idea. So we had only one winner here. I like Kebab. So please go ahead, Kebabs. Let everybody know what you have noticed here. All right. And we will check the other options then. So Yu Wenjun started with c5. The idea is clear. Try to split black's pawn. In the game, they played b takes c5. We will come back to this later. Now she first saved this pawn. Sorry, g4. It was still, like they would say, drawish, but I wouldn't use that word because if a player like Yu Yangyi can go wrong, it's probably something that all of us could do. Black played at this point knight d7. That was not a good idea. Aha, we will come back to that. Knight c6, that's what happened in the game. king d6, and knight takes a5. So material, I think it's 1 pawn extra for white, no? But it's not any pawn, no? This pawn is very strong. The 8 pawn helped white to take home the game. Yeah, you can guess the next move also, kebabs. Not so difficult. Usually we would shy away from a rook endgame, but here, since we have this nice passed pawn, we can actually do it. Black played king c6, and in the end, there was a rook endgame coming up anyway. Yeah, difficult for black because this pawn is so strong, it can be supported by the rook and so on. Rook e2, a6, king b1, king b6, rook a1. Now a7 is threatened. Yeah, we can all understand what's going on here. What do you say, kebabs? Would you take the pawn or would you play something else? Well, since I'm asking, it's probably something else, right? Easy win. Yeah, so. Um, I think the key to win is on this side, right? This is where we should win the game. Aha. Okay. Rook f1. Yeah, I like it. That's probably a good idea also. In the game, they went the other way. They played like this instead. But yeah, never mind. That's how the game went, and white went on to win on the king side, if I'm not mistaken. So how did all this happen? It looked kind of drawish. Material was not equal, no? White had an extra pawn. One, two, three. Yeah, actually, white is a pawn up. But I guess it's about active counterplayer, things like that. But they took their chance here, c5, trying to split the pawns. If black don't take, I was going to ask you that also, Kebabs. If I take the pawn, what did you plan with white here? Oh, I don't think so. I don't think that's the right choice because I can come back with a knight, right? One, two, three, one, two, three. Yeah, it's equal. No, you have a positional advantage, you could say, but is that really enough to win the game? I would like to play something like Rook A2 here. Can I play that, or is there some downside to that? Hard to tell why Black should be in trouble here. No, I can probably take this pawn later. So if you adjust the move order, kebabs, it's much better. If you switch the move order, oh, like that. No, then I again play knight d7. I don't think that's correct. You're helping me a lot by letting my knight join the battle. Aha, b4. Yeah, something like that. But I think this would almost transpose to what we just looked at, right? If I go rook a2. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or is there some difference now? Well, there is always a difference, you would say. Aha, you can play c6 this time, which you couldn't do last time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see this clearly. All right. I should take back before it's too late. Aha, that's a scary move. Yeah, good point. I'm getting a little scared already here. Maybe I can defend it and then I can try to take this pawn. No? Yeah, not clear to me. I feel like I'm surviving still. Um, anyway, yeah, maybe draws. Yeah, I don't know. But if you adjust the move order, kebabs, if you adjust the move order, yeah, so that's the best move here. b4. That's a very strong move because now when I go knight d7, you don't go knight c4 anymore. Exactly. Now we go knight c6. So this is difficult. It's not lost for black. I looked a little at this. We can trade pawns twice, and you can guess the next move here, kebabs. Instead of taking the pawn, letting me trade off the pawns, what would you play? Probably in the spirit, exactly, rook b5 or maybe king c4. That's right. So no matter what happens here, we can safely conclude that white has chances for a win still, right? There are practical issues for black. So best move here, definitely c5. The other moves that you were saying, many people were saying b4. I like the concept, of course, of opening up a new front or something like that. But black could then play knight e7, and you can see that if we reach a rook endgame, sorry, a rook endgame, black's rook is very active, and it's not easy for white to really get something here. You can't maybe pick up a pawn like this, but you have these double pawns, and I can take and I can put the rook in the back, and I can start running with my pawns, right? So you would like to keep the knights. However, if you play something like knight c6, now I can go king d6. So that's why it's important to play c5 first to split the pawns. And then when I played, what did I play here? Yeah, I played pawn takes, right? Let's see here. Sorry, I'm getting lost in the variations. Now we save the pawn. So I don't know. Maybe it's also possible to play something else like knight c4. But I think they played in a good way here. G4. So king c4 is coming up, and also we have knight c4. We have like two different plans. Michael is saying something here. C5, rook takes g2, cb, knight c4. Yeah, good point, Kevas. We stop counterplay. Yeah, why on earth should we think about black having an extra pawn on the king side? But Michael wanted to say something here. Um, c5, rook takes g2. Oh, so you don't agree on this move b4, Michael. All right. Michael says c takes b6, c takes b6, knight c4, knight e7, b4. I'm following Michael's comments here. Rook a2, pawn takes, rook b7, and white is winning. Well, why is white winning there? If I move my king, Michael, why is this winning? I don't follow. Yeah, I'm not. I won't take this pawn while you have some trick coming up, right? Now I'm the one having a trick here. Rook a7. Okay. Yeah. Again, I understand. I understand that you have this coming up, but can't I give check on? Is this suddenly losing for black? I don't follow. This is, I guess, the best move for white. Yeah. What happens here? Could I take it or should I play knight? I'll play like that, knight b3, and I'll take the pawn next turn. I don't know. Something like this maybe. Why is this now losing for black? I don't follow. Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah, draw maybe. Yeah, or I don't know if black is already playing for a win here. I have an extra pawn, so I don't think I will give away the draw here. So I don't think that's correct. I like the what Kebabs expressed here, that we play g4 so that we stop counterplaying. We still have some flexibility. Anyway, again, this is not a winning position. No, this is not winning. It's just that black got confused and they played 96, and then the a pawn got very strong. And you will, of course, say, hey, why did he play like that? Why did he give away the pawn? But what to play with black then? All right. What do you guys think? What would you play with the black pieces here? Not easy at all. If you have the black pieces here, yeah, now you see the point of why it's called taking your chances. Exactly, because there are chances. It's not definite we're winning or anything. All right. So, anyone, what do you think is the best choice for black here? Exactly, Alg. Good point. I don't think that's an easy decision to make in a game. All right, please go ahead, Alg. Play out your move here, rook h2. So that's the right move. But would you agree with me if I said that this is a rather slow move? You go to pick up this pawn, you lose control of the second rank, and maybe you give like white free hands on the king side, on the queen side. Yeah, I'm not convinced by it, but okay, this is something that the computer said. H4 was the computer's choice here, so that we have this coming up. And now it says we should play like the grandmaster. Yeah, that's not easy if you ask me. First, you play rook h2, forcing h4. Well, I don't know, it's just forcing really. But in this case, you go back to the variation of the game. Now you play like Yu Yang, but you have included this move, rook h2, so that you can take this pawn now that there is no fork anymore. And somehow you still have chances of saving this endgame. It's still, by the way, the computer is still saying that white is slightly better here. It's saying that white is, yeah, having the better chances, but it's like 0.5 or something. So it's not a big advantage. But black has to find this also, right? Over the board. So that's not so easy. Yeah, so complex. I would say the same. So, I mean, chess in general is very complex, right? Especially if you're low on time. So try to create opportunities for your opponent to go wrong. How can we do that? Well, by a move like that, like how do you say, adding more complexity to the position or something like that. All right, I'll put my last example. Okay, I'll bring up my last example for today. Let's see, one of the world's best players, MVL with the white pieces. Fantastic endgame player, by the way, MVL, especially when saving rook endgames. I'm very impressed by his skills when it comes to defense in rook endgames. All right, MVL is playing with white pieces. Santos Latasa with the black pieces here. You can see that it's balanced. This position is balanced. You would not be surprised if the game ended in a draw, right? Because equal material or black is reasonably active. But all right, Batcher took his chances here. I will quiz you for the first move here, and let's see if we can get this right. All right, something like this. Yeah, I think I will just quiz you for the first two moves. Okay. Oh, you got the signature from MVL, tactical. Nice. That's right, Sui. You found it very quickly. Aha, maybe you were looking at this game also. or you simply notice the pattern here. Uh-huh. So again, without any intention to bore you, probably MVL knew that this position was not winning, but he knew that he should try to squeeze out something, create some minor problems for his opponent. That's what happened. Oh, interesting move. I didn't think about that. You give up a pawn like that. Why do you do that? Oh, you want to take the pawn on e4. I understand. Uh-huh. So, Sui Random and Ayla Kebabs, you're the only winner so far. A lot of people want to trade off the c pawn for the e pawn. I want pawn, says Kebabs, but you just have a pawn. It's probably Sui's turn this time. So a lot of moves coming up. Yeah, what can we say about all these moves? 4, 9, 14, 19, 24, 29, 34. Wow, lot of people. All right. So c5 was proposed by so many persons that we should look at it very quickly, I think, before we move into the solution. So again, the typical question: why didn't MVL play that if all of you want to play it? Um, well, I'll give my fast analysis. I would take, and I would take on c5, and I would claim that I'm happy that I have a pass pawn on this side now. Is that convincing or no, or not so convincing? I don't think black is doing badly here, right? Yeah, exactly. Not so convincing. Uh-huh. Also, trading pawns usually help the defender. Okay, Sui, let's see if you can show us the right way to go here. So rook b5, clever move, taking control of the h file, of the fifth rank. Sorry, also little the h file, but there is a concrete reason why this is a good move. Black played in the game bishop d6. I guess they were about to take and maybe put the bishop on c5. But what did white play here, Sui? That's right. From here and onwards, it's more complex for black because suddenly white's structure improved on the king side, right? So here what MVL did was quite nice. Starting like this, trading off these pieces, there is this move. In this way, black gets back the pawn. The game went like this. And you would still think that black has chances of saving this. However, there is some kind of pattern on this side which will cause black's downfall in the end. So c5, of course, so that we protect the knight. No issues with rook e3. Black played knight e5. You would still say that black is like within the boundaries of making a draw here. But now these are like leftovers from the attack with a small army lessons. So you can say black's king. We can play against it, right? So that's what MVL did in the game. Of course, he played rook a8. So you can imagine for yourself if we could bring a knight to g6, for example, troubles coming up for black. Let's see very quickly how the game continued. He brought in the king. And at this point, there were still chances for black to make a draw here, but it was not easy. At this point, let me quiz everyone for white's next move here. Arabian mate coming soon. Yeah, maybe. So if you play for mate, guys, what would you play here? Oh, king f5. Interesting. But king f5, maybe rook d5. No, and rook e5. Okay, I like it. I like king f5 also. Okay. Might be possible also. Yeah, I won't say it's wrong. What Vacher played looks more constructive. We are bringing in more friends to the party. So please go ahead, Princess Megan. You found the best move here, or you found MVL's move. What did he play here? Of course, now we're getting ready for business here, trying to mate black in one way or another. Like if pawn takes, maybe king f5 and then take and some mate on h8 or something like that. Black still had some chances of making a draw here, but it was difficult in practical play. They played rook d5, and you can guess white's next move here, princess. It's not so difficult. Yeah, this was not a good move at all. Yeah, he cracked here for the pressure, and black resigned here because it's not possible to stop the mate. He had to play something else, some strange computer variation here. Knight d8, I think, is what it wanted to play here, the machine. Yeah, why does it want to play that? Good question. Yeah, good question. Not a natural move. I'm not surprised he didn't play that. Anyway, yeah, white can continue to fish here, right? To fish for some opportunity. Back to the maybe knight f7. Yeah, maybe it wants to come here with the knight. But I mean, there is also passed pawn on this side, right? But anyway, that's what black should have played. If we go back to the very beginning, you can see that white found this very nice move, rook b5. Black can, of course, not play h5, right? Anyone? That's a bad move. Or you can play it out, princess, if you like. Aha, of course, rook g5. So that's not possible. That's one tiny little detail that white notices here. So what was the best choice then? Well, the computer said that we should play king h7, and after h5, it's important to play rook e8. I can't exactly tell why. That's probably because you should not allow rook a8, right? Is that so? But that's what it's saying, and black is okay here. But okay, that's maybe if the computer is playing. But between two humans, I would still think that white has the better chances. So typical kind of chance taking, rook b5. We're aiming at h5, trying to get a better structure. It might not win, but we should take our chances, right? So yeah, I guess that's it for today. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks, Chessable, Chess Dojo, Greg Shahadi, USCS. Thanks, and see you next time.